3,315 pounds as we see it here today. The Rockwood Geo Pro 19 FBS here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. We have this pretty heavily equipped, which has added a little bit of weight to it. It's going to add some cost to it, but these are the features that we've had an overwhelming consumer demand for. You could get it a few dollars less, a few pounds less, if we got rid of things like the off-road package, but we've had a lot of people say, no, deck this sucker out. That's how we want this. We want this one with all of the things. So this is a built right out of the factory level off-grid ready camper with a roof solar package. We've added the roof like kind of kayak and bike mounts, which upgrades the ladder on the back. You've got an outside griddle cooking scenario, side solar ready, Azdel, an inverter to run your outlets. It is a spaceship of a little 19-foot camper, and it's only 20 feet tip to tail. We'll start with the slide close, and you can see you can clearly access every single thing in this RV. It is 100% turtle friendly, like travel stop accessible, pack them up ready, whatever you want to call it. And although this is not the biggest trailer you're ever going to see, there are a few key things that go into play to make this look and feel larger, not the least of which is that very light decor package here, which just happens to tap right into the really modern trends right now. Imagine that, Rockwood have their finger on the pulse of things. They're very good that way. Another thing that helps is the double vaulted laminated ceiling in here. It's actually two 2.5-inch laminated sections that meet in the top apex middle there, which gives it like a 5-inch vault, which normally you can't do on a laminated roof. Rockwood just kind of reinvented the wheel a little bit, figured out another way around it. You can see here that we have added the low profile full roof air unit, and that will give you plenty of cooling power. You'll never regret having that. The front windshield on this too also helps open it up, and you can see how you've got all, like everywhere pretty much you see a window that opens, which is everything except the front windshield, by the way. Always has a sister cross breeze window, so across this bed you'll have good window coverage to give you some excellent airflow there. Now our TV is at a great position right here, and it's on a double jointed swing arm, so sitting on the sofa during the day, you've got yourself an easy direct viewing entertainment. And what they did here is really, really smart. This is an RV made for potentially off-grid use. Now, you can use it in the parks, you can use it out of the parks, you can use it however you want, but it's very off-grid capable from the factory. Up top here, we have a 12-volt, meaning off-grid friendly, entertainment system. This is Bluetooth and stereo. It has some face-mounted plugs, though, so if you want to plug in like a Roku stick, you can. And then you see this guy here. You don't see that plug used very much in the RV industry anymore. That is a 12-volt plug, because this has a 12-volt TV. It actually is 12-volt or 110, so you can use it however you want. And it has a built-in DVD player, which just a little bit different, but really, really smart. Now, also over in here, you do have hookups, like for satellite, there's some household and USB plugs, so you can also turn that shelf and that pocket up there into basically like a little phone charge station, which is handy. And you see what looks like a light switch with this tag below it. That is the switch that activates the Wi-Fi Ranger. And I think the easiest way I can describe that for someone who's not familiar with things is that this RV effectively has a built-in router, and you know, it can hook up to locally broadcast signals and repeat them for you, or you can upgrade it to a pay-as-you-go LTE thing and have all kinds of mobile data service. Storage is also something this model does very well. For instance, you see this tall, big, open cabinet right there. You're like, what am I going to do with that space? It's hanging clothes space. There are coat hanging rods in there, or racks, or rather, with a handy dresser drawer right below. Doesn't that make a lot of sense? Now, over here on the left, you have household outlets. They're kind of next to the sofa, they're next to the bed, and what's really neat is if we peek around this corner, I should have looked at that before I almost covered up, above that heat vent right there is the switch to activate the RV's inverter. So if you are off-grid camping, you only have 12-volt sources available, you can activate and utilize your household outlets in this RV. That's not something most campers can do unless you add an inverter to it. This just has it built in from the factory. Now, all of the cabinetry here is pocket screwed, so that, you know, if you are jostling it down the road, if you are off the beaten path a little bit, you're not going to wear everything out. Big kitchen breeze window, too, there above that recessed stove, which gives us some much-needed prep space, and beautiful stainless sink that you'll see repeated in the bathroom. Oh, look at that little bottle pop opener over there. We're going to call it bottle pop. We know what that's there for. We know what that's there for. We are completely carpetless, by the way, even with the slide. No vents in the flooring, which means easy to clean, pet friendly, just no nonsense. Now, in addition to having that big kitchen window, you also have a full viewing window in the entry door, but it also has a slide down blackout shade in it. I've had a lot of requests, so I'm going to try to head this horse off at the pass. A lot of people are asking, can I get rid of the microwave and put a two-door fridge in it? And no, you cannot. Rockwood just simply does not offer it. I have asked. They won't do it. Down below it is a 5 cubic foot gas electric fridge freezer. It does have a freezer pocket inside of it, by the way, so it's not that you don't have a freezer whatsoever. Next to the thermostat over there, that is our solar controller, so you can keep an eye on what's going on with your batteries and the sunshine coming in. And then over here in the slide, we've got storage overhead, and obviously this is mostly just here for seating, and though I do like the cup holders on either end of the sofa. But what's great is they also give us a table to convert it into a little bit of a dinofa. Thank you, Greg, from Michigan, for submitting that handy little phrase. And I love that our viewers here at Haylett RV have become, part of the whole equation. I like when you have those questions, those suggestions. We are listening. Now you can see that the doors just drop down overhead for storage there, and the table being free floating. If you want to kick that outside for picnic time, no sweat. It's lightweight, the folding legs, and when you're not using it, it just stores right behind the sofa or dinofa or whatever. You get the idea. And whether it's a little guest or a big dog, we got a place we can put them. I get that those back cushions are puffy. This is a couples camper first. Guest comfort is designed to be a secondary concern here. Now you can see the light shining in through the window over there. You see that roll down blackout shade and how far past the window it extends? It is awesome. All the shades in here do that. Not just that one shade, but all of them. Moving back into the bathroom here, we have a foot flush stool with plenty of legroom, which is nice too, because when you get out of the shower, it gives you a spot to actually stand and get dressed. Now when we look up here, Geo Pro is the first of the Rockwoods, and now all Rockwoods have the Shower Miser AquaView water saver system. Basically, if you are camping outside of the parks, it's a way to keep you from wasting even a drop of fresh water effectively while you're trying to wait for your shower water to, heat up, cool down, whatever. The larger Max Air vent fan, like all Rockwood trailers and fifth wheels, greeting us up top. Awesome for airflow in this little camper. Very good if you want to keep some air moving when you are off-grid. It does still have the roof vent cover. You see the skylight there overlooking a handy little quick remove shower caddy so that your, body washes, your soaps and stuff, they're not just laying around on the floor. You're not trying to bend over and slip and fall to grab them. And then there's just these little smart things, like the shelf above that sink right there. And it occurs to me, I believe, I've seen too many trailers today. I believe I earlier referred to this as we would see a stainless sink in the bathroom. Obviously, that is not the case here. I don't want any sort of confusion or misinformation. So there we go. We've cleared that up in case, and if I didn't, whatever. You're seeing it's not a stainless sink anyway. But the little shelf up top there, just anything to kind of clear the clutter. There we go. Is always welcome, and some handy, say, like soaps or toilet paper storage below. One of the other really cool qualities of this floor plan is that it has a full pass-through compartment, which is something small campers will very often lack. Perfect place to put your hitching when you're done with it, or store a little portable solar panel, and wouldn't you know it, there's a little side solar prep plug right next to it. All of our baggage doors have magnet holdbacks, so it's just, easy in and out for all of your compartments. And the look of this thing. With that windshield, the new linear graphics, good gravy. That is one good-looking girl right there. These are a really interesting, weird width. They're 7'4" wide, which is, I've never seen another RV with that exact kind of weird measurement, but there's a reason for it. In their base form, without upgrades, Rockwood's goal on all Geo Pros is to make them basically 20 feet or less, or 3,000 pounds or less if they possibly can. And they built this one how they wanted it and went, wait, well, we could give it a little more juice, and they just widened the body a touch. Basically, they just moved the walls to the outsides of the floor and extended the outriggers, which really doesn't add a whole lot of weight, but it's just nice that it adds that extra space inside. Here's a really cool feature on these. Usually, single axle campers have a single propane tank. but Geo Pros standard have a dual propane tank system with auto changeover regulator. You can see we've also applied that power tongue jack to the front to do the heavy lifting for us. Now, things like the solar package, the double propane stuff, you start to see that creeping into the Apex Nano series now with their off-grid package. But Rockwood, things like with the inverter and whatnot, they're doing more here, but that's also why it does cost a little bit more. This also rides on a different chassis from other Rockwoods. This is on a Norco frame, which is a huck-bolted aircraft-style chassis made with high-strength, low-alloy steel, and I don't expect you to know what that all means. It sounds neat, but what it really means in English is that it's lighter but stronger. Not less expensive, though. Sleek frameless window package on these, and that's a standard feature. You're not paying extra for that. And one of the other things we like to do on these with all the jazzy pants options we've added to it is also apply the 12-volt tank heating pads to give you that extra protection when you are out there and the temperature does drop. One of the first things that is probably grabbing your attention. Geo Pros have a walk-on roof. We're going to get up there in a minute. They have a roof ladder to get up to that walkable roof. But when you get the roof rack mount system, you get a bigger, thicker, heavier ladder, because a normal RV ladder that goes on these Geo Pros is rated for about 200 pounds. However, if you're going to be carrying bicycles or a kayak or something up there, you're going to be putting more weight and more stress on the ladder. And how cool is it that Rockwood went, you know what, we thought of that, and we're going to give you a bigger, thicker, heavier ladder so that, you know, you can get up there without, you know, breaking stuff. It's... It's built for use, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I like about it. It is really built to get out there and go. Now, that rear ladder is actually removable. It actually goes on and off pretty easy. And it's surprisingly lightweight. It's just a hollow tubular aluminum, basically. But man, does it get the job done. Backup camera ready, which is part of the reason I mentioned that removable ladder, because it kind of blocks the backup camera prep. You're going to want to take that ladder off if you add a rear view camera. All LED tail and marker lights. They put the biggest awning on it they could. They would have had to really sacrifice that bedroom cross breeze window to put a larger awning on it, which I don't think anyone would be happy with. Of course, LED lighting for that awning. The anti-slam door also has a touchpad on it that'll throw your deadbolt. So if you're going to go biking, hiking, off the reservation, basically. My wife says I'm off the reservation on a daily basis, but neither here nor there. I don't necessarily disagree with her. The fact is, you don't have to have your keys with you and take the risk of accidentally losing them. And that only requires 12 volt to operate, which is cool. The door's anti-slam. We've got the larger handle and the MORryde stable steps for easy come and go without jerking and jostling the trailer around. There's a good look at those wheels that are part of the off-grid package, which also raises the whole body of the RV up. It gives your sewer outlets a little more clearance, too. Speaking of which, down here, under our griddle, which we'll see in just a second, you can see a little sewer hose caddy and our spare tire. It's just nice for me to take a knee to get down here. You see that propane quick connect? That is going to be your best friend if you do utilize the handy little griddle cook station that they have over here instead of the previous year's Coleman Camp Grill. These things have become just a sensation, and let's just be honest. This is a very Blackstone-inspired griddle. It looks just like it, but there's really only a couple ways you can make a griddle look. They're all pretty much gonna look the same. But what's neat is it also comes with that galvanized rolled steel kind of prep shelf. So whether you're cooking or you just want a place to set a nice tea, either the conventional or the Long Island variety, when you're at your campsite, you got a cool little spot for it. And the roof of this trailer is like the definition of 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack. That double arched laminated roof does an awesome job of even supporting my weight up here. You know, I'm a pretty big guy. Weighing a little bit more than I should, a little thicker in the midsection right now, pushing that 200 mark. I need to work to get myself back down, but the fact is, it doesn't flex, feels strong. Also, when you add the roof air conditioner like we're seeing here, that 13,500 BTU roof air, it does not increase the exterior height, the clearance of the camper, because of things like the Max Air roof vent and that antenna. That's why they specifically use a low-profile air conditioner, so that you're not gaining extra height. Over here, we've got our Wi-Fi Ranger, which basically, the easiest way to say it is this camper has a built-in router, but you can upgrade that to get you some LTE signal as well, a little pay-as-you-go program. You can see, once again, we've added the Pro Rack mounting system up here, and we like to just add the base mount to this. We don't necessarily typically include any specific kayak or bike mounts because every person has a different thing they want to bring along, and we let you kind of choose the one that you want to bring. But the fact is, this is here, and what's nice is the actual physical installation, the stuff that screws into the roof. Now it's all installed from Rockwood, and it's factory guaranteed. You can slap whatever bracket you want on it, it doesn't affect your warranty. And from the other side, normally I would just kind of spin around, but there's a lot to trip on a short space up here, and I don't really feel like taking a tumble today. You know, go low, go slow, but when you got a camera in your hand and you're trying to talk and you're not looking where you're walking, I thought it'd be better just to take the break without breaking my neck. So 100-watt Go Power roof solar panel up here, helping keep our batteries and everything up and running. Of course, the charge controller, making sure you're not overcharging anything. That Max Air roof vent fan back there, making sure that we can get some good anytime airflow, whether it's a little drizzly or whatever. Getting that, you know, humid air really exhausted out of the bathroom area. Really key, you know, thing to focus on there. And it's those extra little details that Rockwood does on these Geo Pros that's made them very successful, and it's taking the time to show you those extra details like we've done here at Haylett RV that I think has helped make us successful. So if you appreciate the information that we're providing for you today, all I ask in return for that effort is that you just give our team here at Haylett RV the fair opportunity to earn your business. And you can see if it ain't this one, we've definitely got something here that's going to work for you. Now, we don't do hidden dealer fees, but we do literally everything else. So if you need hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything between, give us a call, because we do it all. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.